This is Guitarist Denis Taaffe, and I'm in my home studio, and I want to welcome you to the home studio revamp, part 3. Okay, and basically I'm revamping my studio. It just means reorganizing my studio, rewiring things, moving things around, that kind of thing, because it got kind of unbearable in here. So let me show you where I'm at now. I made a little progress, and I'll show you that. Alright, let me show you around. Okay, so real quick, last time we got this done, this section, it's not quite complete, obviously. Need to hook things up, and I think I'm going to replace that amp with some, put a deluxe reverb there instead. Maybe swap these around, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I showed you the studio lighting, which I really love. I just love that, man. That is just the coolest thing. Wow. Really makes stuff look nice. Okay, so here's what I've gotten done. Move this chair. Okay. Got another Supro in there. Got another rug down my pedal board. And my soon-to-be populated second pedal board, I guess. And then here in this corner, got an Albion, a Supro, 2 Black Stars, 15-inch PA cab Fender, and a little Fender PA cab. And then this thing, still working on it. It's got a CD player on the mixer right now, but basically here, rewiring it a lot, and I'll show you. We go back here, still have this stuff to do, you know. But if you'll notice down here, I have that kind of cleaned up. It was just a mess of cables. And this over here. Okay. But here's what I want to show you, too. What I noticed is, and I mean, I was about to get rid of this whole deal right here. But the more I think of it, it could be cool. And what I didn't realize, those are not hooked up to anything. But this actual TV, as far as I know, I think it works. Which would be really cool if it did. Oh. Let's see. I thought. Yeah, see that? That's kind of cool. Let me move this. Let me move out of the way a little bit. Cool. How cool is that? Wow. So yeah, that'll be pretty nice. In other words, I'll have 2 smaller monitors here, and then a larger one there. That's not hooked up to anything. And got to get that. That's actually a guitar, and it's got some kind of a, what's that called, neon on it, you know. Don't ask me why, it was just, at the time, whatever. Okay. Still have all this to do, and all this to do, and all this to do, and I only have one more rug to put down. But anyway, so I thought, well, maybe I won't get rid of that. Maybe I'll keep that. Might as well. And I know it's not actually a TV. It really is a monitor in the sense that it has no TV channel guts, if you like. In other words, you can't just hook up, you know, cable to it and have it play TV. That's probably a bad description. I mean, you can put an input, like from a computer or something like that, into it. Anyway, that's a big boy. That's like a 40-inch or something like that. So, might as well. And then there's my lighting. And that corner, man, that just drives me nuts. You know, that corner's always been a hassle. Let me fix that up a little bit. We'll see. So anyway, right now, this is what I've gotten done. It doesn't look like much, but I'll tell you what, I mean, I cleaned up also behind here. You know, I'm still working on it. I did this part too. But see that wiring, I gotta redo that whole deal, and that's getting into a can of worms because I have to figure out what's going to power what and what it's going to be connected to and so on. What I'm hoping, quite frankly, is this noisy little bastard there. Can you hear it? I'm sure you can. Sounds like a damn fan I was on 24 hours a day. You know? So I'm hoping to replace that. You know, get it out of here. So this room will be quite silent, you know. It always bugs me, even when I'm doing videos, but not only that, but just music-wise, too, you know. Now up here, on this thing, if I'm going to keep that monitor, I'm going to start using those shelves. You know, I'm also thinking of putting a subwoofer down that corner. And see that laser printer? Put it up there in that corner. I don't use it all that often till I need to print something. And maybe, you know, set that up with guitar amps. That'd be sweet. Anyway, we'll see, we'll see. So very pleased. Yeah, and love these carpets. That's just cool. I love these Supros. They're just... I used to hate them. Hate these damn Supros. Because they had the 12AX7 tube in them. So they would break up all the time. But I switched them out to 12AU7s, and man, they're like kind of a cross between a Fender Super Champ X2 and a Fender Deluxe Reverb. It's really what they sound like. A real big low end, really nice. Black Stars, love them. Got 4 of those pups. So obviously you've got left and right. They're going to kind of be the same amps on each side. Take the lighting off and you can see, oh wow, that is just cool. So here, you know, when you walk in, you get this kind of cool, but it's got to be functional. I mean, this isn't just pretty boy stuff. No offense. What I mean by that is just, it's not all for looks, you know. It's got to be functional. And so, I'm sitting here playing guitar. I have access to my pedal boards. And here I've got a bunch of pedals. But I bought this dual lock, and it was crap. I don't know what... It just didn't work, and so none of the pedals would stick. And I was like, what is this? So I just went ahead and reordered some different one from someone else, and worked out a lot better. So I got to put them on there. And there's a, you can see under there, pedal power digital. Very cool, but only powers 4 pedals. But big pedals. I have this crappy, what is it? From T-Rex fuel tank. That's what it is. And it's just not designed for really big pedals. It's designed for little tiny pedals, and so it wouldn't power up an H9 and an M5. Made me mad. But anyway, that's alright. So here, I've decided to keep the rack in the middle here. You know, and this stuff can be very, very cool once I get it hooked back up. Basically, it runs to the PA cabinets in each corner here. Right? And through those 15-inch horns, you know, the drum machines and things sound real big and stuff. Like the Beat Buddy and things. I think I showed that in the last video. And then you've got all these Lexicon loopers, and they're old, but they're so cool because they sync to MIDI. you know, in a very cool way. And so I've got actually, I think, 5 of those. I got 3 there and 2 down there. Should probably move them up. And I was thinking to power up these amps and things that I showed you last time, the American DJ. So instead of having it here, obviously, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's got the rocker switches and things. Well, let me turn off the light here. It's can't really see anything with it. Let me see if I can. There we go. We'll just make it white. Okay, well anyway, these rocker switches right here, right? Maybe they should go in the rack here, and I can power amp the amps that way all from here, you know. Now behind here, I cleaned all that up, but there's this white cable going around. It's got 2 different power outlets, you know, to power everything. And in fact, it's also powering the lights. Man, so that's going to be really cool, this TV. I forgot that it even worked. And when that's lit up, it'll look nice. So I'm really pleased at the progress here. But my God, you know, there's still some stuff I need to do, especially right here in this area, obviously. And the monitors, I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on stands. Maybe use the desk back there, you know. Save some space and things. We'll see. I mean, that's all stuff I got to talk about. There's this gigantic lava lamp, and I thought, oh man, that's so cool at the time. You know, but man, that's been years ago. But it's still here, pretty big. It's on a stand. And I've got another one, and I'm thinking of putting it over here somewhere. I don't know. You know, just never got around to it. Here's a trash bag full of crap, basically. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. You know, stuff that picked up, you know, dust, all kinds of stuff, you name it. That was in this room, you know. And then here's stuff I gotta rewire, and there's another one. And they have all these pedals I'm gonna put on here. It'll be really cool because this is kind of the, you know, my guitar sounds pretty much, except with a few exceptions. And over here will be a lot of synth pedals and reverb pedals and stuff like that. And I have a little Source Audio MIDI controller right there, and I've got another one. I don't know if I want to run this independent or maybe just use one to control everything. I don't know. We'll see. That's part of the fun, I guess, is experimenting. But very nice. At least I can walk around a little bit better over here, and you know. And I have to thank my mother for these rugs. For one reason or another, she gave them to me. Man, it's been years, really years. And, you know, my house is pretty small, so I didn't really have any space for them or use for them. Well, not, I wouldn't say use for them, but just no real space for them. So they work out so well here, you know. Definitely gives the room a different vibe, you know. Probably play a lot more guitar in here, you know. So this is it for now. That's what I've accomplished. And I cleaned up under there. I'm gonna move these computers, and so that's all probably tomorrow and stuff. And here I got the Supro in, and then that's an Albion in there in the corner. You can hardly see it, but it's there. 2 Black Stars. I think here I'm going to put another deluxe reverb, so I've got 2 of those. So I'll put one here and one in that corner and move that Princeton chorus elsewhere. And my poor little Fender X2 looks so dorky there. I've got another one. I could put it here. But I'll tell you what, if I don't put another amp under it, it looks puny in comparison to the others. But man, I just love those. There's such an awesome clean sound. Okay, and yeah, so the carpets really look nice. Floors are fairly clean. I still have to clean a little bit. And I got behind here, you can see, man, there's like stains and stuff. I don't even know what that is, but yes, you gotta clean that. But all the dust is gone. And man, there was a ton of it. And then, yeah, this thing was a real surprise. I didn't even know it worked. I mean, it used to work years ago. But man, when I think back, I mean, I've gotten that over 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, it's probably been 10 years. So anyway, very cool. That might be just for fun, I don't know. It'd be cool to, see your waveforms really big, easy for editing and that kind of thing. Damn corner right there, hate it. Well, I'll figure out something there at some point. Anyway, so I have to choose. Like, there's one of my monitors right there on the shelf. Obviously, it's not facing us. Do I do that, or do I do it on a stand like that? Away from the walls sounds better, I've been told. So maybe that'd be the way. I was at the dollar store, and I had to get batteries for a keyboard. And there was something else. I kept thinking, well, what is it? What is this something else? I keep forgetting. And you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. Wait, before I forget again. What was it? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Yes, a pail. Right? A pail to sweep up. Right? I've had to use, like, freaking cardboard and pieces of paper and broken piece of plastic here from a tote that broke. So I've been using that to sweep up, and I've been lazy as can be, and I'll show you what I've done, and it's terrible. Here you go. Look at my hallway. Sad. Look at that. Sweeped all that crap out. The problem is I gotta get that cleaned up because I step on it and then bring that into the studio room. So what's the point? So all that's gotta go. So I gotta get a pail. That's what I forgot. I'll be darned. Okay. And I gotta move these amps so I can close the door here. Let me show you those. Yeah, it's a couple of Albion combo amps. I love those amps. I gotta move them. Maybe I'll put them underneath the X2s. I don't know. I gotta do that so I can close the freaking door. There we go. And real quick, I want to show you this too. That's another Albion, and that's Fender Princeton Chorus DSP. Not to be confused with the Fender Princeton Chorus over there, which is not DSP. And then back here, there's a little Fender Classic 30, little tube amp. Man, it works so well with the X2s, it's hard to believe. That combination, anyway. But back here, if I move these two amps, which I plan to do, then I can access my closet here. Right? See, there's a door handle there. And the lighting goes all the way around this closet door that I can't get to because the amps are in the way. And it's just a storage closet with for a bunch of stuff. cables are in there, rack case covers. I think there's even a Lisa's drum machine I don't use anymore in there. All kinds of stuff. Anyway. And somehow it just got away from me and started stacking amps and couldn't get to it anymore. You know? So this is really, for me, really refreshing to get this all back under control, you know. Cables looks a little better, except for that, but that's a different story. That's the rack case. I just have to go through, at least it's off the floor, the cables. And I mean, I just have to rewire that, which is fine. It'll be fine. And then, yeah, so there we go. And I'll try to get you, let's see. So this is a progress update. Okay. And here, as far as I can go, out here. So there. And here I want to put some more pedals, but I want to be able to walk in too, you know. So I can't go too much further. But like I've got this pod thing I'd like to put there. And then I've got this, oh, what is it? Big old MIDI pedal board thing. I think it's a Behringer. But it's really nice. It's got 2 expression pedals and so on. You know. But one thing at a time. So there it is for now. So I guess that TV turns off after a while if you don't have any signal to it. And yeah, pretty cool for now. Yeah, this is actually my favorite color right here. It looks so crappy on the camera. Sad. Here it is. Cool. Yeah, it's just a real nice ambience. So it's getting there, slowly. Slow progress. And man, it's a lot of work, I'll tell you what. It wouldn't seem like it, but I'm surprised. However, I will really enjoy, you know, I'm sitting now, there we go. So it'll be really nice to be able to select these amps. You know, they're all going to be plugged in, just a matter of turning them on, and that'll be really cool. You know, and it'll all be in stereo. That's the thing. You know, and that's why you've got 2 Albions, you know, 2 Supros, Black Stars, so on and so on. It's for stereo, so you've got left, and on the other side of the rack case you've got right. You know, so that'll be pretty nice. Pretty nice. And then I'll have the rack case here in the center. And the rack case has power amps. Probably too many. It's got what? 4 power amps. Okay, maybe I don't need 4 power amps. You know, and some of them are pretty, you know, a lot of them are small. You know, but there's one in there. I mean, it's like hundreds of watts per channel. And I bet it sounds really great. I mean, I don't necessarily need that. Then there's 2 guitar processors, 2 of those Jam Man loopers, which I love because of the MIDI capabilities of them, you know. They're just mono, but they're so cool. They're considered old now, I guess, but that's alright. And then I've got, 3 Lexicon processors and Digitech S200. And I used to use the S200 quite a bit. I did probably, 175 albums with that thing. And it's still going just fine, you know. And then Lexicon effects processor, which actually sound really great, but quite complicated. As far as dialing up sounds and things, you know, one of them's like one of them's fairly new, and it's fine, but it doesn't work with guitar at all. It's, you know, it's kind of a line level deal, but it'll work with drum machines and stuff like that, vocals, whatever. Then that Alesis RA100. Where is it? Here it is. There it is. That's actually what I use a lot in here, just because I don't need the volume, you know, of these bigger amps here. You know, just powers those two PA speakers. You know, and if I don't want the big PA speakers, I can use the little fenders right here. Ooh, there we go. Little Fender tiny PA speakers, or the ones in the corner. There, you can barely see it, but it's there. They're 215-inch. Yeah. And see, this is the thing. This thing is kind of in the way, you know? Kind of. I mean, it does its job holding the mixer. But it's so close to the pedal board, you know, if I want to add some pedals to the side, I can't really do that, you know? Kind of a bummer. And, yeah, I gotta clean up the pedal board. But I mean, you know, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna hook it all up and stuff. But for right now, I'm just organizing it. You know, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And what's nice is that amp is actually holding down that carpet, or else it gets all wrinkly and stuff. You know, in fact, it's already a little wrinkly, but that's my fault because I moved the pedal board around. You know, if you move the pedal board around, it moves the carpet around on there. But yeah, it's just a really cool space. So it's getting there slowly. You know, and I think this little mixer is going to go in the living room, make a little living room studio out of that puppy. You know. So there we go. That's it for now. As I said, I've got one more carpet. Still a lot to do, though. I mean, a lot. And I got to go through these two bins, and they got all kinds of stuff in here. Microphones, and that's a Roland audio interface here. It's really cool because it works with an SD card, and you can record at 192K and all this business. There's a mic stand with a mic. That's the other thing, yeah, I forgot. All these, I'm going to mic them, right? So they'll all have mics ready to go. So they'll all be mic'd. Or maybe not all of them, but most of them, you know. Some you have to move the mic around. And they'll all run into that mixer and then into the audio interface, which will be really cool because then I can mix different amps, you know. Same thing here, you know. Like the Black Star, I would only mic one of them, you know. Yeah, I would only mic one of them because no need of miking both, you know. I will get to that later. I mean, so anyway, there you go. That's all I've gotten accomplished so far, you know. And believe me, it was a lot of work, and you know, taking out at least a trash bag full of stuff, you know, that just accumulates, you know, especially in the places I couldn't get to, you know, back here and underneath the desk and things, you know, all kinds of stuff, you know, stuff that falls off, lighters, all kinds of stuff anyway. So I had to clean all that up. Very nice though, it's starting to come together. There you go. Now next time we'll have part 4. And hopefully I'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully. And see what I can get accomplished here, you know. And I'll tell you what makes it really difficult is not even the doing of it, you know, of cleaning and organizing and hooking up stuff, but it's deciding. Deciding what to do, you know. I mean, at one point I was like, well, I don't know, should I put amps here, you know, should I put the rack on the side in the center, you know. Same thing with the TV. I was going to get rid of the TV, but it works, so maybe it could be used. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. It's kind of cool in a way. I surely wouldn't mind seeing my audio in a waveforms, you know, very large, you know, instead of on a small monitor. So maybe that would be cool. And then the rest of it, the computers and hooking up the audio interfaces and so on and so on. And with this home studio, there's actually several ways of recording. You've got the audio interface. I have the Roland VS890, which is kind of a standalone recorder. I have a Alesis ADAT, right? So you can get 8 channels that way, because I have a card that has an ADAT interface, so you get basically 8, you know, 8 tracks, if you like. And I had 2 of them, but one of them just is flaky. It comes on sometimes it doesn't. But I haven't used those in a long time, of course. And then the next one is just using a regular audio interface, you know. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll see what, I guess the next part will be part 4, coming soon. And we'll see how I did. Alright, see you next time. Bye.